Hi, my name's Jonathan Hicks. I'm back at the Dice Cup, and this evening I'm joined by
Mark,
Steve,
Matt. We've just finished playing So Clover, which is a word game in which you are trying to link words. So to start with, everyone gets one of these sort of plastic things, and you randomly place the card on, and then you're trying to come up with the words here. So you're trying to link the words that appear at the top. So for example, the word that you write here has to link architecture with ruler. This is actually Steve's. So Steve has written palace because it links architecture with ruler. And then he'd turn to this one and say, all right, how do we link mail with branch? And he's gone for parcel force, etc. So everybody has their own kind of grid, and they're trying to come up with these, but they do it secretly. So you can hold this thing up so that nobody else can see it. And then once you've done it, you kind of tip the words over, add an extra one, thank you Steve, shuffle them all up, and then you reveal them, and everyone else has to try and work out where they will have gone, and you're trying to do the orientation. So here's one for you to practice. So Mark has, the 4 words are historical, chew, catwalk, and mice. And the possible cards, that's right, if we make them nice and neat, are these. So if you want to have a go, you can pause the video and then try and guess what these are. But effectively we would discuss it and say, catwalk, well that's definitely fashion, but does it go here or does it go here? So does movie go with mice, or is bite going to go with chew? Oh, that's much better. I think bite goes with chew. And effectively you just keep discussing it cooperatively, obviously except for the person who knows what the answer is, and you arrange the things until you put 4 of them in. Obviously one of them is a wild, that it wasn't kind of in there, it was added in by random, which makes it a bit more tricky. Once you've put all the cards in, whatever order you decide is best, then Mark says whether or not we're right. And probably no, because I just put it in randomly. And he would remove any that are wrong. Okay, so in this case, what was it then? So for people who've been trying it at home, it was
owl
war.
with bang.
War was historical, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think we decided. So war was historical. Appetite for mice. Owls eat mice. Bang for catwalk. Kind of. So obviously sometimes, like if you're trying to think of a word that connects bang and fashion, that's tricky. So catwalk sort of makes sense in that sense. And then memory and war was historical, and what's this down? Chew down your food.
Bite down.
And bite down. Oh yes, it's chew. So that's it pretty much. You get points. Essentially, if you get it right the first time, you get like 6 points, and if you get it right, if you don't get it right the first time, you get a second attempt, and if you get it right the second time, you get a point for each one that you manage to get right. However many you got right. What do we think?
I think the first thing I think Steve said about it is this: it's a bit like Just One, but not Just One, and that's basically it. It's about the same length. It's a word game. You think more about the words in this than you do in Just One, because Just One you spend more time not trying to pick somebody else's picks, or the thing of do I just be the one who goes to the obvious one or not? Yeah, it's fun. It's so easy to teach as you'd expect. It's not complex. It's fun. I guess like Just One, this is far more cooperative, as we're all discussing together what we think that the results are. But it does mean that the level of thought probably goes on longer. Just One's a bit more snappy, ultimately. But it's a good, solid word game of that ilk. If you like Just One, you probably will like this. But this is probably a little bit more cooperative.
Okay. Steve?
I like word games, and all the word games that have come out the last few years, Just One, Decrypto, Letter Jam, Carrot Jams, all those sorts of the last like 4 or 5 years or so. This is very good, and Mark's right, it is a lot thinkier when you're coming up with the things, and the first time you play this you will invariably have one connection that you just can't make a good connection with, and then you'll see it, and then the next time you do it you'll do much better. We got not far off a perfect score, other than Matt kind of let us down at the end with a ridiculous one. Long story short, I will play Just One with non-gamers, and I'll play this for gamers. I think there's more thought to it, and I think gamers have that kind of attention span that is more prevalent in this game.
Matt?
Yeah, I like this. I think it's more interactive than Just One, and I think there's more opportunity for funny moments in this. Like my clue for carpet recipient was floor, obviously, because the floor receives the carpet. They didn't get that.
What a surprise.
Yeah.
And they laughed at me, so everyone's having fun.
Except Matt.
But yeah, it's really good. It's interactive and cooperative, so it's all good. Yeah.
Rating?
I would give it as a party game 8.5 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I'd give it somewhere in that 8.5, 9 region. I also actually should have said it's basically just one mixed with everybody's the code names Spymaster.
Yes,
That's
okay.
literally the
Yes.
game.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, it reminds me more of code names probably than just one, in that you're trying to link the words essentially, and you don't really need to worry about clashing with other people, although you sometimes need to think about the words in the middle. So in the same way in code names you've got that assassin, you mustn't connect with the assassin words, you're trying to not connect with the words in the middle. And you can try and game it as much as you like, really, depending on how much time you're willing to spend doing it. But if you don't spend too much time thinking, it's fairly snappy, it plays very quickly. It plays as quickly as Just One, I think. So it for me, it's like a crossover between Just One and Codenames. I think it does its job very well. If you want another party game that fills that spot, this is excellent. I would give it an 8 out of 10. All right, thanks for watching. That was So Clover.